Okay everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at this figure, which is Elizabeth from Persona 3, Persona 4 Ultimate. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so the reason I say Persona 3 is right now I'm actually playing through Persona 3 Fez on the PS2, which is the reason I bought this figure, because she is in what's called the Velvet Room. She's a character you interact with who helps you like fuse personas and different things like that. But apparently for this figure, it's from Persona 4 Ultimate, which is a game I haven't played yet. So I guess she makes an appearance in both of those. But I thought she looked kind of cool, so I picked her up. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at the packaging and then we'll open her up, okay? So first off, you can see we've got a nice little window in there showing off some of the things that she comes with. Seems like there's a few things hidden back there as well. I think this is in the D-Arts kind of figure series. I don't know how far this series went, but I know there's another Persona figure as well in this series. Got a nice just photo of the figure itself right there. We've got Elizabeth with a little Jack Frost guy saying hello. And then Persona 4 Ultimate, but once again, I haven't played that one yet. I'm going through 3 right now. This is a Tamashii Nations and Bandai figure. There's your standard technical information. We've also got a little puffy security code or something like that. On the top, the same information, Persona 4U, D-Arts, and Elizabeth. On the side, the same stuff. And on the other side, basically the same stuff. Now on the back, we get a big, very special face right there. Not sure what that face is trying to convey, but all right. Also behind, you can see there's another figure there, which is the other one in this D-Arts line. Then we've got Elizabeth standing with her book and showing off that this comes with an actual armchair, which it doesn't look like it, judging by this, but it's just tucked away in there. So I think we have to put that together. This is just saying what this figure comes with. So it's like the main figure, a couple faces, she's got tarot cards. She's got 2 versions of the book, I think, open and closed. And then she's got the chair and 2 skirts. So there's this standing normal skirt, and then she's got a sitting skirt, which I guess has that bent in it or something like that. I guess we're about to find out. So why don't we open her up, shall we? Before I pull her out, actually, it looks like the chair is completely in there. No building necessary. Ah, that's scary. Her face fell onto her chair. We'll look at the figure in a second. Let's just see these accessories, shall we? So she comes with 2 books, as I mentioned. One of them is open, one of them is closed. So this book is actually, in the game, you have to fuse personas to create other personas and stronger ones and stuff like that. So that's what this book is, I believe. It's the information of like how to do it and what you're going to get when you put them together and things like that. It's really nice. We got some really fine print there. Not sure how close I can get, but they did a good job. That looks really clean, really well done. There's some nice weathering, well not weathering, I guess shading on the pages there to differentiate them. Then on the back, we've even got some shading on the book itself. It's a little darker on these edges. And then we've got some writing and some little symbols and stuff like that. The latches are painted nicely. This hole, I think, is going to be to put it in her hand. Probably one of those hands has a peg, I would imagine. So then we've got the shut one, which is well done. We've got the hole there again, so she can hold it. The nice shading, and we've got the little shadows on the pages and everything like that. Looks pretty good. And otherwise, they do look like they're the same book. So it's nice to have the choice of whichever you want. Now this is something that's probably going to get lost very easy, so I would say be careful. This is one of the tarot cards. So in the game, in Persona 3 anyways, from what I've been playing, the different personas are represented by different cards. So you can see it's printed on, you can kind of see the dots, the printing, but I mean, look how bad my nails look anyways. You can tell just by the scale, thumbnail size, like this is absolutely tiny. And I guess, I don't know, I think it's supposed to be a stack of cards, or maybe it's a single card, I don't know. But I guess these are two different ones, or is this the front and back of the same card? I don't know. But good job on making such a tiny little thing look so, clear, well printed. It's really good. Now we'll take a look at some of the hands that she comes with. That's something I forgot to mention before, but she has various hands. So I guess that's going to be the book holding hand. That's what that peg is for. And we've got another one of those. So I don't know. You can choose which hand you want, I guess. Not really sure why there's two like that. I'm pretty sure this is going to be to hold the card. Hold it very delicately like that. Looks good. Even the pinky is a little bit separate, so that's nicely done. And we've got another one with a peg. Why so many peg ones? I guess she really likes to hold that book. She also has two faces. So we've just got kind of a little, I don't know, a little sneaky face looking off to the side. Seems to be a little dusty or something on her head. But her hair is going to cover that anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's well done though. Good, just clean printing on the face, everything lined up well. And that's going to peg in just like that. Boom. Guess this is face number 3. And then this one looks a little like annoyed, or not really sure, but they even went to the detail of painting in her teeth like that, which normally you wouldn't even see it. It looks straight on almost, but they did add little teeth. I guess you could use your imagination for however you want to use face number 2. Then a really nice piece is the chair. This looks great. It's a really nice vivid blue. Everything here is a nice vivid blue, but that's really well done, I'd say. The shading, there's nice subtle shading. The characters in the game have this kind of gradient shading a lot on a lot of the artwork. And so I think they did a good job capturing that on like the book and on this chair and things like that. But yeah, that looks great. That's going to be a nice way to display the figure too, is to have this nice vivid blue chair and just have her sitting on it. Or you could have other figures sitting on it. Do you have a Boss Hog figure? Perfect. Put a Boss Hog right there. Excellent.
Blue, that's pretty.
They even painted all the little, what would those be, little rivets or something? I'm not sure what you would call those. But yeah, they look great. And then there's shading all back there. It's kind of hard to show exactly how it looks just because of lighting and stuff. But yeah, it's really well done. There's shading all within these little spaces and stuff like that. And then finally we come with this scary looking thing, but actually this is her sitting body. So she'll plop down right like that. It looks pretty funny. But I'm sure that'll be, I don't know, easy or hard to put on, I'm not really sure. I imagine I'm going to keep her sitting most of the time just to take advantage of this nice chair. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure itself. I guess we'll just start top to bottom. She does have a piece of plastic. Maybe I can take that off first. Okay, there we go. I just pulled that piece of safety plastic out. So yeah, let's just take a look at her details, shall we? She's very light, by the way. In hand, feels very petite. Very thin and very light. So we got some cool silver hair there. This design is very PlayStation 2, in my opinion. This is like a nice old, you'd see this kind of character in a PlayStation magazine. It's got that ooh la la kind of look, that, I don't know, retro futuristic kind of 50s, early 2000s futuristic look. If you're, we're playing games around that time, you know what I mean. So yeah, she's got her silver hair, nice little cap to top it off. We'll switch out the faces in a moment, but this is a fairly normal face with really striking eyes. The top part of her costume here is hard plastic, but then this is a rubbery, soft plastic. So I think you could get a fair bit of range with her. Not that you'd really need to. She's mostly standing around, but you can do whatever you want. It's just got bare arms, very thin bare arms. Some nice gloves in there. A little bit of detailing. Same on this side. And then yeah, we've got this rubbery dress and just black going up in there. Her legs are all black. And then she's got her boots with kind of similar little bumps here, like the gloves. And some nifty blue bottoms. And the back is pretty simple, just a little bit of line work there. These designs are, generally pretty clean, the Persona designs. Even if they get really complicated, they're generally cleanly done. So this doesn't need tons of paint applications. It does look like they tried to do a bit of, maybe a bit of shading up here, I guess. As far as articulation goes, you're not going to get too much movement here on the head because of this big collar. But, it's good enough. She can swivel right around and look up a little bit. The arms can go right around, of course. And yeah, that's about as far out as they're going to go, I guess. And she can fold in about that far. This glove hinders it a little bit. And then the wrists have a nice range all the way back and forth like that. And side to side. So she could be holding her hat or something if you wanted. But the torso, yeah, pretty good. Well, she can only go about that far down, but she can go fairly far back. And to side about that much. Like I showed before, you're not going to get a heck of a lot of range out of the legs because of this rubber dress. But once again, I don't think you would really need to with this character, so unless you're doing something weird with it, don't do that. And then kind of like with the gloves, the cuff of these pants, of these boots, is going to stop it from going back too far. But she could like kneel down or something. And then her feet can go forward and back a little bit. And not really side to side at all, I don't think. She feels sturdy even though she's very light. But I'd be careful because she's so thin and so delicate. So if you go too crazy on it, you might break the figure, I don't know. Okay, so let's change out her expression, shall we? So you just pop her hat off like that. She looks okay without it, actually. Okay, then you just pop her front, the bangs kind of off right like that. Now she looks like some kind of robot. She's an android. Actually, I'm just gonna pop her head right off just to make it a little easier to do here. So there we go. Take that off the front. And we'll just pick a random face here and slap it in. Go. Pop the hair back on. And the hat will just pop in there, right like that. Just got like a little ball peg in there. I'm still not sure what that face is for in the game. I'm not sure if that face is going to show up in Persona 3, or is it just Persona 4 Ultimate? I'm not sure, but it's just angry or something. But anyways, there you go. Let's try the other one. Okay, this one's kind of nice. This is kind of cute. Yeah, that's kind of like what we have going on in the packaging there. But she's just sort of looking off to the side a little like, something like that. Looks good for that. How about we try her hands with one of the books? Also, I'd be careful with that. That's really small. Okay, and then we'll just peg that hole into there. Oh yeah, works well. And you can have her reading the book or turning the pages or doing something like that. It works really well. Or something like that where she's, holding it or waiting for the player or something like that. Nice. And it stays in pretty sturdy. I don't think that's going to fall out at all. So I want to try out this chair. So let's rip her in half and we'll put on this sitting dress and we'll get her in that chair. Just gently wiggle her out. And there you go. And I guess we just slide this off, I imagine. Let's try. Let's try it this way. It's kind of tight. Okay, there we go. Whoa, that's weird. Interesting engineering there. Just this long spine piece. And then this little underwear thing is just kind of floating there. Ah, I see. So I'm supposed to take this off. That's supposed to stay inside there. Because, I don't know if you can see, but there's a hole right there where this is going to go. Now, I have no idea how I'm going to plug that in because I can't really... It's at such a weird angle to do it. Yeah, I can't really pop it right in, but I guess it doesn't really matter that much, does it? Because she's just going to be like this. So let's see if we can pop the top half on. Okay, so we pop the top half on. So she's not fully in there, but I don't think it matters that much. Because as long as it's tucked right in like that, I think it's going to look fine. Okay, so I think what you would want is just to have her kind of sitting there like that. Yeah, I think something like that works pretty well. You can see, you can have her just kind of flipping through the pages, sitting very casually. And even though that waist is not properly popped in there, I think it works just fine. Also, I forgot to try the card in her hand. But yeah, she holds that well also. Surprisingly, it's not falling out at all. So you kind of have her like that as well, offering up some new persona, some new card. Yeah, for being all basically one color almost, it looks quite striking. It looks really nice. She really pops, I think. These are great color choices they made. So there you have it. That is Elizabeth from Persona 3, Persona 4. Have your pick, whichever you prefer, but I think she's really well done. These are really nice little accessories, really good quality paint, and the figure itself is well done. So if you're a fan of all that, I would recommend you pick it up. It is an older figure, I think, so I don't know how easy it'll be to track down, but this particular one wasn't expensive, so it should be all right. You know, I'd like if they made Igor, who is the old man that's in the Velvet Room with her. I think it'd be cool to have a figure of him of the same, you know, scale and everything like that. That'd be a fun little set to have. But anyways, that's it from me. So if you have any questions about it or whatever, I'll try to help out. But then until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.